So hello everyone, welcome to Programming Now. So in the last video, we have seen how we have seen the detail about the text fields. Now, in today's video, we are going to see what is dropdown. Dropdown button. Basically, dropdown button is like when you click on that, so you get a multiple option. You can find that in mostly when you are choosing the state, city, or genders. Like whenever you have multiple option, and you get the one value from it. So yeah, without wasting any time, let's see about that. So just let's first remove the text field from here. We don't want text fields, and right now we also don't need this value list neighbor. Okay, so we will be needing the value list. So the very first thing what we are going to do is focus node and the text controller we don't need. This time this value list neighbor won't be bool, it will be string, and let's just say this apple. So we will create for the and say selected value, the selected value. Now instead of the value, this text field we don't require it anymore. So yeah, now what we are going to do, let's just use the same text field. We don't need the focus node. Okay, let's just use that only because we will be needing this also. You will understand like what or why we need, and yeah, we don't need this thing, that and this, and just remove this as well, the suffix icon for now, and for this borders and all. Just save the file and let's just give the border outline put border. Yeah, so this is how your app should look. Saving it here. Now what we are going to do, let's just select. So let's do the what we want. Now what is the drop down? So I will telling you without this listable builder and the button for now. So how to achieve? You will get an option drop down button, drop down. The very first thing, there are two very required parameters. First is items. Then second we have on change. So in the on change get a value, the changed value, which values get changed. In the items, it only takes a list of the item already have, and that is drop down menu item. If you try to put a text inside that, it won't work. Like you can see, we are getting the error. So we can't use any other text apart from this. And yeah, so we have another widget called drop down menu item. It takes a child and a value. So a value is it can be only of a string, I think. No, it can be of any type. So we are going to give the string. Yes, and the string is let's say goes apple, and in the child we are going to pass a text over here as well. We are going to apple, and there is one when warning. Yes, that is also done. Now we can't have, like, if you just have one item, and if you try to run the app, so you will get an error. What is the error? The error will be like it should have more than one value. Yeah, more than one item. So we are going to put two items. Let's put three items as well, and we'll name the text field later as select fruits. Okay, anything else? Just save the whole file. Now if you see, we have over here just above the text field we have an arrow, and a text. If you click on that, you will see a multiple option. Click on mango. Yeah, you are not able to see anything. Why you are not able to see that yet? It is because if you want to see over there, you have another field called value. So this is a value. Now in this value you have to pass your own value, so which we have created above. So let's just use that selected value, just save it, and yeah, so this is because of this. The value, any one of the items should be same. If the item is not same, so you will get this error. So if now you see that the value is the same, so we are not getting this error and apple is there. If you select mango as well, pineapple as well, it won't change this right now, because in the on change method we are not changing this. So let's change with the value, and it is asking like it can be null. Give another value. Okay, now it will indeed like it will change this, but this is because of the listenable builder. Of course we need a listenable builder over here as well. So let's just give a value builder, value listenable, and time it is selected value, and we have a builder this time. This anymore, this is a way. Let's call this value, yani ki selected value. So yeah, value this. Now if you save this, now if you change anything over here, pineapple, now you will see that it is changed. So this is the drop down. But now what I was saying, how to integrate this drop down over here, how to do that. So the very first thing what you can do is you will find a drop down dot button. Yeah, this drop down button. So let's just comment this out. This is the whole thing in the drop down button. So this is the way you can create a on drop down button. But if you want to like, mostly we need this in the text field. So how to implement that? So first of all, you have to make the text field uh, to read only. Should be read only. Then okay, it's so that should remove the focus. Now in the suffix icon, we have to write the line drop down button hide underline. So this was the thing. This let's not talk about this now, as we are only going to see the drop down button for. First it will take items, second it will change on change. The on change will contain one parameter. In the item it will only take the drop down menu item, similar thing. So let's just copy this from there, coming over here, just copy this and paste it over here, comment the whole thing, saving this. Now we'll see that this is over here. Now if you notice, and okay, let's just give a padding so that it should not get stuck at the end. It's in right, just give 8. Now it is how much in the center, not the whole, but it is in the center. Yeah, if you see there is an underline, we can see still see the underline. Now if you don't want that underline, what you can do, as previously I already told you, you can wrap this with a widget, and the widget name is drop down button hide underline, and just save this. So the underline is gone. Even if like you click on this now, you will get the option, and now it is not happening. It's because selected value, this will value. Okay, we have done this above only, so I don't need to explain this again. Yeah, the first thing over here what we want, like selected value. It could be null. If it is null, so it's not use the empty brackets. Okay. Now if you see, if I'm selecting also, it is not working the way it was supposed, like it's supposed to. Why? Because this time we don't have the underlines. This is not changing. What we can do is, and we can't write anything over here. So if we select anything from here, it should get reflect over here. How to do that? Over here, over here. Come to that. Text controller dot text equals to value. Just similar thing. Saving that. If we select anything else from here, it's getting selected over here. Now, just the one thing which is happening right now is this is still uh, indicating the apple, the first item. It is because in the drop down button, you forgot to mention the value. So just provide the value over here as value, save it, and now it will be like, now you can see it's over there. Let's suppose anything else, pineapple, mango, select anything, select apple. So it now if you see mango and the pineapple, now this text is also coming. So what you can do now, for that you have to create own custom drop down button. It doesn't show the text, and we have a lot of other thing over here as well. Click on hint, make this false. I don't think so it will work. Yeah, so hint is something else. What you can do is now, if you see, so we have a lot of the padding, alignment, style is basically text style. We have elevation, border radius, disabled hint, we have drop down color, we have barrier dismissible. Basically it is this barrier dismissible, how this works. Let's see that. If you click in this and out of the screen, it is like it's getting dismissed, but if you make this false and if you click this out of the screen, now it won't get dismissed. You have to select. And other thing what you have seen is, if you give the drop down color, suppose you give red dot, it's 100, just save it. Now if you click on this, so color is getting changed. Similarly, you have multiple options over here as well. Underline is for like if you not match with its dense, it will similar work as a text field. So you do that also right now, and also have icon. Now what is this icon? The icon size, you can of course increase the icon size, but you have icon over here. Let's suppose you don't need the arrow. This time you don't need the arrow, you just need the add button. If that's a add, the if you don't want to add, you can anything else. Let's suppose you want this arrow, so it will be this. You can change the arrow as well. And also we have thing called border radius, ruler, save this. Okay, first of all, we do border right now in the text field only, so it won't show anything. But yes, absolutely for sure. Red, brown, border. Yeah. So you can also set the border value, border radius, and you have paddings, focus node name. Then we have key, elevation, have disable hint, enable back icon disabled color. Like if you disable this, how the icon should get. And if the expanded is basically when you click on this, it expanded. You also like if you see that, so the border radius is affecting over here. Whatever the border radius. Now the menu height width, you can like a menu width, select this width. Let's just suppose you have given 100 also it is small, but if you give like 200, so it's large. Yeah, so now you can. Okay. So yeah, this was all about the drop down menu, I think. And if you want, just case, if you want this not in the, not the text, if you, I can I can add, just close this. If I come this, it will be an icon. So it doesn't matter you are using the text field only, you can use icons as well. Not only icons, any type of widget. So yeah, this was all about